Hello, welcome back to our Excelling Kids and Families video lesson. We are so excited to be back and we are glad that you're watching us. We are coming your way with a very important video lesson today, a very hot topic. But before we get into it, how are you doing? I trust that you are well. My name is Benedicta Apraku, the #1 international best-selling author of the book Friendship Choices. I am so excited to come your way. We know that the month of May is the exam season in the UK and various other countries in the world for young people, especially if you're in the UK and you're a final year student in secondary school or a college. You might be preparing for your GCSE or your A levels, and these are big exams for that age group, and we are here to help. So if you are worried, you are feeling anxious, and you don't know what to do, you're feeling stressed out, this video lesson is here for you. Or perhaps you're not sitting that exams, but you know someone who is due to sit these exams very soon. Why don't you share our video lesson with them? And guess what? They will thank you for it. Yes, they will. So what is exams anxieties or exams fears? It's basically the feeling that you get, the feeling of nervous, the feeling of worry, and the worry that about the exams. And it's usually the thinking that you go with that. There's a thought that goes with that feeling, and it's usually the feeling that I'm not well prepared. How am I going to do? Have I prepared enough? What's going to come up in the exams? So all these thoughts keeps rolling in your mind. And I recall when I was a student and we were preparing for exams and somebody asked me something. As study buddies, we will always ask each other a question, and somebody asked me something and I'll freeze. I'm like, I've forgotten. And it used to make me very nervous beforehand. But I've got tools that I wish I had when I was taking my GCSE and A levels. But hey, I'm excited because I'm able to bring it to our young people, because at Excelling Kids, all we are up for is raising an excellent generation. We want our next generation to have so much access to the tools and the things to make their life much easier. Now, feeling a bit nervous or anxious before exams is normal. We all experience that. But when you have too much of it, as you know, too much of everything is bad for you. So if you're having too much anxiety, it might actually affect you. It might actually make you do bad in your exams than you expected. So that's why we are here. And I've got this object lesson to show us, to make it more visual to us. So if I'm not nervous, I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm happy, I can hold this water without any problem at all, right? I can hold this water without any issue at all whatsoever. But the minute I'm feeling that feeling of anxiety, anxious, sometimes the person's hand might even be shaking. You can see that as I'm shaking, I know how to hold water, right? But right now I am shaking. So the water is also what? Spilling. And I'm not getting the right results that I want. I want to hold the water steadily, calmly, without it spilling. But the minute I allow fear and anxiety, stress and panic to come in and I start shaking, the water will not be able to stay still. And that's what happens with our minds, with our heart rate. When we are stressed out, when we are anxious, when we are afraid and we're approaching something, if we are not able to control that feeling, that edge of anxiety, of fear and panic, if we're not able to control it, we will not be able to focus. We will not be able to do our best. So what can we do? Is firstly to look at what is going through your mind. What is going through your thoughts? It's most likely you are thinking all the negative things that can possibly happen on the exams day. It could be thoughts like, what if I get to the exams hall late? What if I'm ill on the day? What if I blank out? What if, I turn over the page and I haven't got a clue what the exams is about? All these thoughts are going to raise in you that fear and anxiety and panic. So when those thoughts are going through your mind, one of the best ways to help you to deal with it is to write it down. Yes, as simple as that. Write exactly what is going on in your mind. Write it down. I'll suggest on the left side of the sheet you are writing, write everything, all the negative thoughts going through your mind. And on the right hand side, think of the positive side. What could happen if you woke up on the day and you are so healthy, you are so calm, you are so confident, you are so excited, you turn over the page and your favorite questions topic is what they are asking. You begin to see that feeling of confidence, of calm rise up within you. And that's the one way that you can deal with the fear. Did that help? Sure, it did. How else can you control that anxiety just before your exams? Let's see. Number 2, another thing you can do is to write a short phrase that you can say to yourself, either out loud, obviously when no one is around, or quietly to yourself when that feeling of fear about the exam start creeping in. A short phrase like, I can do it, I've passed. And repeat those phrases to yourself as often as possible. And before you realize, your fears have calmed down, you've forgotten all about the anxiety. Of course, these tips or tools doesn't replace your readiness for the exams. You have to make sure that you have revised, you have practiced exam questions, and that's another way of overcoming the fears. Put yourself under the exams conditions when you are practicing. So find yourself a very quiet area at your desk, position yourself, print out past paper questions, or get your teachers to give you some papers. Time yourself. It might be few questions, but you time it according to the time you'll be given for each question in the exams. And put yourself like as if you are doing the real exams. Feel like you're doing the real exams without the anxiety, without the fear, and do it. And the more you practice the exams under exam condition, with the time, with the pace that you're supposed to go for the exams, it gets normal. Because part of the anxiety and the fear is the feeling of the unknown, because you don't know how it's going to be. But the thing is, we cannot control other things. And when we begin to think of the things that we can't control and stress about it, we don't do ourselves any favors at all. So leave the ones that you cannot control, but the ones that you can control, such as revising, practicing mock exams, changing your thoughts, tuning your thoughts into the positive channel, creating yourself a positive phrase like, I can do it, I've passed the test, it is easy. Repeating those phrases to yourself, you can do that easily. Now, what else can you do? Your breathing, something as simple as that. How I wish I'd been taught this when I was young, to breathe. Sometimes we think we are breathing, but when we look at it critically, we are not at all. So there's a breathing exercise that you can do before the exams, is to take in a deep breath, hold it for 5 seconds, and then breathe out through your mouth. So let's go. Wow, I feel so calm already. You can do that every time you feel anxious, every time you feel nervous about anything, not just exams, but you can put it to test for these exams and let us know how you got on. And of course, as believers, as Christians, we don't go without prayers. You must pray about your exams. In fact, the best way to pray is to look for the verses in the Bible that you can stand on, that you can meditate on, that you can memorize and let it play on your mind as part of your prayer to encourage you and to help you through these exams. I have no doubt that you are going to excel. I have no doubt that you are going to come out of this exam successfully, and we are here cheering you on and praying for you. But if there's anything else that you need, after doing all this, you're still feeling so anxious about the exams, that is so unhealthy for you, speak to your parents, speak to an adult you can trust. There are so many resources out there that can help you. We are also here to help with any questions that you may have. Take care and all the best with your exams 2022. I can't wait to hear your results, and I hope that you'll be rejoicing and joining us for back to school, the workshop we run every September before the schools open. So take care and have a wonderful time. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Excelling Kids and Families. On Facebook, follow us on Excelling Kids and Families. Take care. Bye.